Hello and welcome to Emma's ESL English. Yesterday we talked about the history of tea, and Lord, did that turn out to be a long episode. Today we're talking about making tea, and hopefully it'll be a way shorter episode, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a little video about this to illustrate the madness of British tea making specifics. As I mentioned, I am not a tea drinker myself, so making tea is really super hard for me. And that's why I may be a little bit more aware of the etiquette than some other people, because for a lot of British people, tea making etiquette is just a normal part of life. But for me, it was always super stressful because I did not understand what was going on. I didn't drink tea, so I didn't know how to make tea. Same with coffee, didn't know how to make coffee until very recently. I did not know how to make my parents' tea until I moved here a year and a half ago. Tea making is stressful in the UK. British people are very specific about how they like their tea made. Today's episode is really for those of you who are working in office environments or are planning on having some kind of tea party where you're going to have to make tea for more than just yourself. And those people might be British. I wouldn't if I were you. If you work in an office, especially in the UK, this is really where a lot of today's stuff is going to be relevant. When you get up to go make yourself a cup of tea, it's common to ask the people around you if they want any tea too. One of my previous offices where I worked, there were 6 of us who worked back to back. And my colleague would say, I'm going to go make some tea. Does anybody want some? All 5 people said, oh yes, me please. And they would take the tea order for everybody and then go and make the tea for 6 people. Not everybody had tea. Some people had coffee. I only drink water. So I felt really uncomfortable about making other people's tea because I was terrified that it was going to taste really bad. And to be honest, it usually did. So it was really stressful for me. If you're not a tea drinker, there is an alternative route. Just get the water and avoid the tea order altogether. If you want to join in getting tea for everybody, in general, most people like their tea one way. However, there are some people who have different days where they like different flavors. So first thing you need to do is figure out, do they have their tea the same way every day? If so, that makes your life way easier. Once you've figured out how they like their tea, then you can just make it the same way every time. I'm going to go have some tea. Would anybody else like some? Is your question. When they all say, yes, please, I'd love some tea, and hand you their cup, they will have their own teacup. Be warned. Then you need to get clear exactly what kind of tea you're getting, especially the first few times you do it. I would take a notepad with you. You want to know what kind of strength do they like their tea. You want to know, do they take sugar? If so, how many sugars? And some of them might say that they prefer sweeteners rather than sugar. You want to know if they take milk. Some of them might say that they prefer cream. Those are your key 3 things. How strong, sugar or sweetener and how many, milk or cream and how much. A dash of milk. I'll do the video and I'll show you what a dash of milk is. So there are different amounts of milk, and some people will specify to you, put the milk in first or put the tea in first. Y'all need to pay attention. Apparently it tastes different. Who knows? Not me. Another key difference between making tea in an office and making tea in a home environment. In an office, it's very common to put a single tea bag in each cup. If you're making tea at home, it depends on the person and the situation. In my grandma's house, tea must be made in the teapot before being poured into the cup. Remember, you may also have coffee drinkers. Are they having a milky coffee? Are they having black coffee? Are they having sugar? If so, how much sugar are they having? Now I remember why I was so stressed out about this. Ask if anybody wants tea. Follow their direct instructions about how to make their tea. Gather everybody's teacups. Make sure they're clean before you make the tea. Don't steal other people's cups. Don't steal cutlery. Yeah, there was a lady at our office. When she retired, we opened her desks, and I kid you not, there were 3 drawers full of knives, forks, and teaspoons. Oh my goodness, this lady was prolific. We had so much more cutlery after she left. Don't steal the teaspoons. It upsets everybody. And if you're making people tea, you might end up washing the dishes. If there's a dishwasher, put the cups in the dishwasher. Set the dishwasher going. If you do it, people notice and they think you're awesome. So an occasional dishwasher gets you brownie points. An everyday dishwasher makes you everybody's doormat. Don't do it. And don't chat too long. Try to deliver the tea when it's still hot. This last one is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about the conversations that happen in the tea room or the staff room or wherever you're making tea. These are small talk conversations. It is where you can make some business relationships depending on your office, but it's also where you can make some more social relationships, and it's where a lot of people connect. It's a busy area. So we're going to talk about what you might talk about in the tea room or the staff room. And we're also going to talk about how you get out of there, because tea on time is an issue, but so is making social connections. It's tough. So tomorrow we'll talk about how to exit that situation. That's it for today. Wow, Brits and their tea. If you have any questions about this or anything else to do with English, please drop me an email, emmaseslenglish@gmail.com, or alternatively, you can just leave a comment underneath the blog post, which is going to be at emmaseslenglish.com. Go have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!